for hours going back to it. So you're gonna, even small things, you know, you might think, oh, this is just a little for loop to go through, you know, this list of things. But if you go back 9 months later, you might be like, what did this go through? I have no idea. So leaving comments. So I just recently started working with a friend of mine, and we're designing software for auto repair shops. It's all the scheduling, interfacing with insurance companies. We have a VIN number API, so we can, you know, just put in the VIN, get all the details and stuff. And he did not do too much commenting, so it has taken me like 3-4 times longer than it should to really get accustomed to the code base. So
what about flow charting? How important is flow charting?
Flow charting absolutely helps a lot. Even if you think you've got an idea of, you know, how you're supposed to go through this in your mind, once you start deploying, you'll start, you know, one of the big things that I messed up for a while was, you know, I'd miss, you know, the first iteration or the last thing in something, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm missing like pretty important pieces of information. So
the flowchart would have helped.
Yep, absolutely.
So a little bit of history on this gentleman. Okay, he was the first patent pending team back in the day. So he was
for what product?
For a product called
the Able.
It's the Able.
Yeah.
So enable a person to actually lift garbage even if they only had access to one finger.
Wow.
So if you work at Goodwill, you have to be able to grab a bag and pull up. So what they realized through extensive research was there were people that couldn't do that because they didn't have the strength in their hands, and we had the janitorial manager only had use of one hand. So he was limited, so we designed a device that enabled him to be able, with one hand, be able to lift and move garbage. So that was cool. He was our main designer, okay, and he was involved with, like, I think 3 major projects with design for BattleBots. Remember that? It's on TV now. He was part of that last BattleBot teams that was an epic moment, and he actually, the 2 most epic moments I could think of in the last 20 years, he was part of 2 of them. One was with something he just shared with the RC car, and their team launched an RC car 33 yards into the air, okay, going over 70 miles per hour, and it went across the distance of the field and smacked the shed and made a hole, and it still worked. It was freaking classic. Last day of school, like this time of year. And the other one, very similar, was a robot that, and to see if I'm not butchering this, who's seen BattleBots? BattleBots. So BattleBots is 2 robots that are going after each other, right? So in the beginning of BattleBots, the way it was for the BBQ, which is the educational version, they had this ramp that did this in the beginning, and then it would go down, and then you would, you know, do what you were going to do to go after. So every single match prior, this is what happens. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, get ready. Go down. And then our driver floored it because he's one of these kids that likes to race. Okay, and guess what happened to the ramp?
Oh no!
It's supposed to. They told us it wouldn't happen.
So it goes like this. It goes like this. It literally goes over the other robot, smacks dead center to the side of the arena, which is plexiglass about this thick, and then our whole front end just does this, and
so our wheels were lifted off the ground.
So it's like this. It was done. It was done before it started.
It was a 120-pound robot.
But damn it, if it wasn't the best video we ever had. So it was good stuff.
Cody, how does it feel to be back at Gulliver?
It's great. I mean, the whole program is absolutely, you know, miles ahead of what it was when. So when I was here, the entire engineering department was the workshop room. And it had, you know, we had a big table in the center for, you know, like kind of like this, and then computers all around, and then the little back shed was our workshop. That was it. We did everything with just that.
You remember Mike Meyer?
Yep.
He came here the other day from Japan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a teacher, professor in Japan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's the person I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Coder, yeah.
All right, guys, round of applause for Cody. Round of applause. Thank you for coming.
So I hope that you're picking up on one specific thing. What is he doing now? Is he designing? Is he making patents? No. He's actually programming. That's not what he was doing when he was here.
I changed my mind like 6 times before I actually
said what did you gain from here that you think helped you?
The biggest thing is the whole process. The actual engineering process, and, you know, starting from initial designs, even, you know, multiple different designs. You don't just, you know, even if you have a great idea in your head, you've got to explore other opportunities, because, you know, especially when you're working with other people, somebody else might see another opportunity in somebody's, you know, something else, so you don't get locked into one bad design choice that 6-7 months down the line, you find out is
You gotta
the
get
end of
over
your
that, man.
entire
You gotta get
product.
over that.
It happens to everybody. So, yeah,
No,
you
I
know,
think he's talking about two specific people. No, I'm kidding.
Ah.
being thorough. You know, I still have my my old engineering journals.
Do you really?
That has all
Wow,
the design
that's
process
awesome.
and everything. So yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Cody.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.